stadium. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Memphis Tigers and the Tulane Green Wave. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. His quarterback has had such great composure and poise all week. He knows there is history on the line today, but he's trying not to think about it. He wants to get the win for his team, to perform well, not turn the ball over. But I have no doubt when they get into the red zone, that's going to be on the play caller's mind. Can they get their quarterback the history record for most passing touchdowns in a career? We'll see how those play calls shake out down in the red zone. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll try it over the left side. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking down the middle. Had to force that one. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
The run inside. It's McClure. Got the first down. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last year, like this game was so close, so tight. So what's going to be the difference? A lot of times, man, it's the physicality and the running game.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
On play action. Unloads to the wideout. Snags it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just smothered on the play.
Man, that hurts because 2nd down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's 3rd down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tulane. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Memphis Tigers offense ready to set up shop. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Nolan. Got his man. Breaks into the open. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Hayden. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Setting up the screen. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Tough run here. It's Hayden. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. The ball is spotted, but the officials waving the training staff onto the field to check on the injured Memphis Tiger. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. 2nd down, going to throw it. He's got it. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And how about that linebacker seeing the ball getting thrown really quickly to the wide receiver, breaking on it, and then being able to get that fast guy on the ground for no gain? That's a really athletic play by that linebacker.
These last 2 plays have just made you go, what are you doing? 3rd and goal, a chance to set it right. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Got it. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. How
all about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse.
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Wants to go up top on second down. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Sets his feet. It's Nolan. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. There he goes. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, 1st and goal.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
In the red area, it's Hayden. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Moving to his left. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how about this signal caller today, man? It's showing you he can do it through the air and now with the legs, showing off the repertoire, showing why he is so hard to defend, and this defense is feeling it early in the football game.
Memphis, 14, Tulane, 7.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hits inside. It's McClure. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. We've reached the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period.
Lock in.
This time they'll throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Lewis. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
Making the adjustment. Oh, he tosses it back. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on 1st down, but it doesn't work. It'll be 2nd down.
And how about the trick play? How about the timing, Palmer? The onions to be able to call this play and have it succeed. When to call it, it seemed like it was the perfect time.
It's such a good point, David. You got to do it in a down and distance where the defense believes you actually might be running the football, and that's exactly what happened there. They got the perfect look, and they were able to execute the flea flick.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Stepping to the right. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Long way to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hayden. Turning it on. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll throw it. Leaves it short.
Well, you got to love that if you're on defense because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
2nd and long here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hayden. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Those holding calls in that area of the field really hurt when you're trying to put something on the board. It's 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Nolan. Finds his target. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Finds his man. Makes him talk to the hand. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Has to have it on 4th down. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Hit and dropped in his tracks. It'll be a loss of 6.
Second down.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Makes the catch but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Got his man downfield. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Rush is on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Oh, they're faking it. He was able to come down with the pass, but not in bounds, so it'll be a turnover on downs.
We'll give the return team credit there because they were able to rally and get a massive stop. Now, the kicking team thought they had the perfect play, and they snap it to the up man. He sees his target downfield, throws the completion. Everything's going right. But the return team able to make a massive tackle. The gamble does not pay off, and that is a critical turnover on downs.
Still looking. Left side is Hayden. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest, but there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Hayden. He's past the marker. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Number 82, set to kick this one away.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's McClure. Finds his man. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Green Wave. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Cuts it upfield. It's Hayden.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Nolan. Right side, it's Tipton. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Selling the fake. Keeping his eyes downfield. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Not enough juice on that one. Boy, had a chance to make a connection there, but he fired it in there. Maybe needed to take just a hair off of that one.
Hey, these quarterbacks nowadays, Reese, they got that arm arrogance, baby. They're trying to fit everything in there right now, cramming in that box. Sometimes you got to take a few RPMs off of it, soften it up a little bit, and use a little bit of touch.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Tigers will hustle to the line.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Fresh set of downs going up top. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Sees a crease. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 50. All the way across the 50. Into plus territory and finally stopped at the 43. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Trying to get the edge on the jet sweep. They put the brakes on it. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Lost one deep down the right side. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep it.
But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Snaps on 4th down. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with Middle Tennessee State taking on the Kennesaw State Owls. And it's the Blue Raiders coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Tulane right back to the line. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Hauls it in. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver where he can get those yards after the catch. Great timing, but more importantly, great job seeing what that defense was doing and getting rid of the football.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's got it. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Driving forward, it's McClure. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The fake wants to throw. The big guy smells it. Touchdown, Green Wave. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Out wide left, it's Tipton. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for this.
Makes a grab and room to run. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Pulls it in. It's Chapman. At the 20, he's got space. And he's stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Got it behind the line. It's Covey. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And it's something you learn as a pass rusher all the time, man. If I beat that tackle immediately, right away, there's usually a reason. They're wanting me to run upfield. He plays the screen beautifully. The defensive end stays home, sees it, makes a tackle on the running back, and prevents the big play.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Plows his way ahead. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Memphis needs to convert this fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Finds him out of the backfield. They get the completion, but it won't be nearly enough as the defense is there to stop him short. Using his legs, it's McClure. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the back. On the option. Pulls it on the option. Now the toss. Pass to 6. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Look out! Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Got to make the play on 4th. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Here comes the Memphis offense to start this drive. Back to throw, it's Nolan. Looking to the big tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Fresh set of downs going up top. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He wants to throw it again. Extending the play. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Memphis can get it in the end zone. They'll send the back in motion. He's looking to throw. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. From the gun, looking for a man. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Motion from the wideout. Direct snap. It's McClure. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tulane. Once he got some room, it was over. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
He'll bring it out. It's Hayes. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. On the run, it's Covey. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Right back to it. Might have a chance. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Memphis. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
Memphis 42, Tulane 28.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's McClure. Makes the grab. Could not make his way to the corner.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football, tackle, and don't give up the big plays.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Memphis. A pick six. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They'll snag it just inside the 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Drops back on first down. Throws it deep. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. Throws to the tight end. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Second down to the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Makes the grab. There he goes. At the 30. 10. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They'll try to add another to their lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Give to the running back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Reels it in. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Right back to the well. Turning it on. Enough to move the chains. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Quick give. It's Daniels. And he got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming. Halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. Keeps it moving. It's Turner. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Plenty of options here. Run or pass on 3rd down right around midfield. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. We saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So